As Dr. Hira mentioned, I represent Sambodhi Research, one of the co-founders and co-sponsors of the Global COVID Network Initiative. I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes talking about how and why we conceptualized the network. I've got a couple of slides for that. I'll try and share them. Just Are my slides visible?
Yes, yes.
Great.
Yes, Sudhanshu.
Yeah,
So,
yes, sir.
before I get into the reasons for conceptualizing the network, I'll take a very brief a moment to kind of introduce Sambodhi Research as an organization and what we are all about. We, as an organization, we were incorporated in 2005, and we are essentially a multidisciplinary research, monitoring, evaluation, learning, technical assistance, and data science services organization. The genesis of our organization was based on a felt need at that point of time for statistically sound evidence that could then support policy as well as action and implementation. And that's been our fundamental basis all along. We represent the Global South, and we're proud to represent the Global South, working across regions like South Asia, Southeast Asia, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we do this by providing services in areas like program design and advisory, for developmental interventions, technical assistance and system strengthening, impact evaluations, data analytics, as well as project tracking and monitoring. And from a sectoral perspective, we work across various sectors, but largely this is made up of public health and nutrition, energy and climate change, education and skills, agriculture, livelihoods and natural resource management, and then water sanitation and hygiene. So those are essentially the buckets that we work in. And that's what I wanted to say about Sambodhi Research as an organization. But moving on to the network and why we have it in place today. Well, the network was, it's an initiative that was a result of discussions that were held between various actors across the public health landscape, including policymakers, including academics, implementers, public health professionals, as well as medical practitioners. And it was an outcome of a felt need for a platform which could capture and disseminate knowledge, insights, learnings, and practices in responding to pandemics such as the COVID-19 pandemic across various regions. The network has a strong focus on South-to-South inter-regional knowledge sharing and learning, but having said that, we welcome participation from all corners of the globe. We feel that would just add to the network. Over a long term, we hope to make the network a self-sustaining resource for sharing, for learning, for collaboration on responses on outbreaks. And to start with, we've started with the schedule of 6 webinar sessions. Dr. Hira talked about those sessions. And they essentially plan to address the impact of policy action on COVID-19 on the ground. Now, before I hand over back to Dr. Hira, I just wanted to highlight one of the primary reasons why we thought this network would be important and critical. And that's because the varied response that we're seeing across regions. This is an unprecedented pandemic. We haven't seen the likes of it in most of our lifetimes. Different countries are at different points in the pandemic cycle, and hence their responses are being shaped by where they are, by the challenges they face on the ground, the resources that are available to them, the populations that they're dealing with, and the intensity of the outbreak, and so on and so forth. And hence also their strategy in dealing with the pandemic differs quite a bit. from a country to country perspective, from a local government to a local government perspective as well. We are seeing government response differing in terms of the lockdown. So some of them are buckling up and strengthening their lockdown and containment strategies, while others are talking about opening up of services and economies. A strong case in point can be made about testing strategy as well. If you look at the graph on the right, you'll see that different countries are testing differently. And this is for a variety of reasons, which are very country specific as well. But all of this kind of leads to the point that, we need a platform which can capture and document insights from the different responses, as well as the outcomes of these different responses, to ensure that there is a global discourse, especially focusing on the global south, on potential kind of responses to challenges with respect to pandemics and their outbreaks.